Well, hi there. Uh, it's, it's been a while, hasn't it? Only been what, a month and a half or so. How are you guys doing? Um, I know I've probably been away a little bit longer than I should have. And some of you know the explanations, and some of you don't. Gonna kind of quickly, briefly update you guys on a lot of things before we kind of get into the good parts of the show. This is probably just going to be a little bit of a briefer stream tonight because I don't really have too much to show and tell outside of what the major announcements are. Just kind of want to keep you guys updated as to what's been going on with my life, why I went away for a month, what's been, kind of just what's been going on. Guess I can kind of start off with, I hate to say this, I kind of have to start off with the bad parts, is that, well, unbeknownst to a lot of people, or I don't know if you guys are in the loop, my life's kind of gone down to shit for the last couple of weeks. I definitely kind of feel things are going down the tubes. To put it blunt, last year going onwards, my parents got divorced, and that's starting to affect my life in a lot of ways that I didn't think would be possible, but it's starting to financially affect me, mentally affect me, and in some worst cases, physically. That's how you doing, but you explain that. Well, yeah, so I'm gonna have to. Hi, Kyrie. It's been a while. So yeah, let me try to kind of give you the rundown. So all of last year, most of last year, from like this point onwards, my parents have kind of been facing a divorce, and I've, for better intents and purposes, kind of just been in the middle of it. Things just kind of kept getting worse, and next thing you know, in November, I ended up leaving my old house, and now I'm living in the place that you see now. From November of last year onwards, I've moved out. Most of my stuff is in a storage unit. And from May onwards, this is, when we did the GameCube project, I've been out of college. So I've been looking for jobs left and right. I'm still continuing to look for jobs. So that's kind of been the bread and butter of what's been happening. As of recent times, as in, I want to say just before we had our last stream, which was mid-February, a lot of even worse stuff has happened. In a matter of weeks, I have lost my job. I quit my job at Goodwill because we were basically a sinking ship, and I was being overworked. I was being underpaid. They said that they were appreciating me, which on one hand, yeah, I felt it. On the other hand, it felt like I was being more used than not. So that's one part. The other part is I lost my car. In mid-February, this is actually Super Bowl Sunday. So in mid-February, I was coming back from Goodwill, picking some stuff up, and I was going to go to the grocery store, get some stuff, and bring it over to a friend's house for the party, when my car's brakes weren't working all of a sudden. So I was traveling down a road, and next thing I know, I was slipping on ice. The brakes weren't working. I tried playing the handbrake, and I ended up running a red light, and I got clipped in the back by another car. And sad news, my car's totaled, so I don't have a car now. So that was kind of part of the reason why I had to leave my job at Goodwill, is because I didn't have any means of getting over there. Still was worse. Yeah, no. So my car that I had since October so was gone. I mean, I was lucky enough that I left the accident mostly unharmed. I mean, yeah, physically unharmed. Mentally, it fucked me up. But so that's one part of what's been going on. The other part is, so I lost my job, I lost my car, my credit score, which I guess this is kind of more personal, my credit score is being fucked up because with how little they were paying me at Goodwill, I'm going to be completely transparent about it. I was only making $11 an hour. Where I live in Cleveland, minimum wage is $9 an hour, so barely above minimum wage for. I was technically part time when I left, but they were working me full time hours. They were calling me in to work on days that I had scheduled off or I called off. They still wanted me to work overtime. I just couldn't do it anymore, so I left. So for how little I was being paid at Goodwill, and for worse purposes, I still don't have a full time job to pay of my massive amounts of college debt. So my college debt started going delinquent, and next thing I know, my private so I have private and federal loans, and my private loaner, no matter how many times we were on the phone with them, my mom and I, we called them. We basically went through just a torrential nightmare trying to explain the situation, and they wouldn't let us go. So my private loaner has been screwing me over. So in a matter of a couple days, my credit report basically went from like 670 down to the low 500s. What that meant was I can't get, if I don't have a good credit score, then that means I can't get a new car. And I was lucky enough to get a car as I did in October, because here our car inventories are so low, and the rates are so high. Um, I will mention that fortunately, because my car was still being paid off when I had the accident, it was actually worth more than what I totaled it, or it was worth more than when I bought it, um, just due to how inflation has been gone. So long story short, the car was paid off. The car was paid off in full, and I didn't have to pay off anything. In fact, I even just got off the phone with them today that my auto insurance also got paid off too. So that I didn't have to worry about. Lucky enough, thank God. The bad news is, again, I'm still out of a car. And what I'm trying to get to the point here is that because my credit score is wrecked and that I don't have any money and that I can't pay off my student loans, it's kind of going in a circle that I can't get another car. So that's a lot that's been on my mind. Kind of going back to the divorce, my parents and their lawyers have been in a legal battle, and I've been hearing every other end of it. Basically, we're getting screwed out. We're getting screwed out of money, left and right. So my mom's not making a lot of money. I'm not making anything. So we're, yeah. That's the other thing, is that technically I guess I have access to another car. There's a black car that's with my dad right now, but the brakes on that are shot, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So, long story short, what I'm trying to wrap around this divorce is fucking both me and my mom over, and it's killing my sense of pride. I'm not gonna lie when I say I don't have a lot of self confidence in me right now. Between getting into a car accident, losing my job, still not being able to get a job. Another side thing is I had a job interview today that just went absolutely terrible. I applied for this graphic designer position, but one thing they, one thing the guy who wanted to or interview me literally called me as I was sleeping. So it was literally a wake up call kind of interview, then to tell me to come in like 2 days later. And then all of a sudden I walk in, and on the spot, he has me do like this Photoshop skills test. And I haven't been in college for like a year, so I almost forgot everything I did. Well, you know what? So yeah, job interviews aren't going as well as I planned. So my prospects aren't going as well. And you can kind of tell just by looking at me, I'm kind of fucking miserable. So with that, what does that lead to? I've been developing a lot of social anxiety. I'm trying to meet some new people. I've even been walking around on Twitch a little bit, trying to find some new good streams and new faces to meet. A lot of the people that I'm meeting now kind of have ties to people that I've met some years ago on Twitch, and I don't even know if they remember me. Some of those people from the past I've kind of had bad falling outs with, and now they're related to the new people. So either way, that's causing a lot of social anxiety. So I'm sorry if I'm getting raspy. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just life is fucking me up and over right now. And I hate to see you guys see me like this, but okay, deep breaths, deep breaths. So yeah, that's basically what's been happening in the last month alone. So that's basically what's been happening in the last month alone. I've been stressed, been losing a lot of good support. Some people that I wish I had better support with. The one guy who basically carried me throughout the entire last year. And I'm still reading your comments, by the way. Yeah, this is how it is. This is just life for some reason. And mind you, I want to state the next couple of facts. I'm 22. I'm a year out of college. I'm living with my mom. I think anybody, I think anybody who's been even remotely in my position. Thanks, guys. Oh. I think anybody who's been anywhere remotely in my position would understand. Sorry, I didn't want to get this emotional this quickly, but just wanna. Oh yeah, that's the better gist of things. And granted, I want to thank anybody who's here for the last 2 years of support. I would not be here without the life experiences that I've had, and for you guys to support me the whole way. I wouldn't be here, even sitting here. I basically almost wouldn't even be alive sitting here talking to you about this. So, for the last 2 years of support, I wanna thank everybody. So, all right, just taking deep breaths. I gotta keep my head up somehow. I really do, because this has been going on for well over the last year. And the only thing that's been keeping me sane and in check is, doing the projects that I've been doing. I mean, we did the GameCube project all of last year. Some of you guys have popped in left and right. So, I do these kind of things just as side projects, and I'm paying for all of it. I wouldn't ask a dime for any of this out of any of you guys. I can't. So. I just can't thank you guys enough for your support through all this. Okay. Well, that's kind of the main thing that I wanted to get off my chest. Trying to keep things in touch. So I don't know. How have you guys been holding up? I know it's been a lot in the news over the last month. I know stuff overseas isn't looking so well, and that's also kind of been affecting me. Which is kind of what's going to be leading into our next couple of announcements. Just want to say shout outs to Crix, the Everdrive guy, for sticking it and through. If you guys don't know, Crix is the guy who develops the Everdrive series. So this is my N64 Everdrive. You can see that Crix is somewhere on the line up here, and it even says on the back that it's in the Ukraine. So for all the support that's going out to the Ukraine, keep us posted, Crix. My heart's out to you. But that's also what's going to be leading into our next set of updates. Oh yeah, and of course you guys know I'm always on Discord. Anytime you guys need me on Discord, you can find me there. All right, okay. Trying to get the tears out. Okay. One more swig. Good old Guinness has never let me down. Okay, so that's basically, the downside of things. The upside of things is, while I don't have a lot of money, in fact, I only have like $1,000 left in my name, I'm going to base most of these announcements, because I actually made this presentation like a month ago, because I was supposed to announce all this stuff a month ago. But things happened, and here I am now crying my eyes about it. But I'm going to base most of these announcements, and keep this in mind, if/when I get a full-time job to pay for all of this stuff. All right, so all the stuff I had or is going to be announced is all tentative dates and will be updated, as time goes, depending on when I get a full-time job. And of course I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. So as far as streams go, if you guys haven't been paying any attention, or if for the few of you who are in my Discord, in November, kind of as a birthday present from me to you guys, I opened up a YouTube channel. It's just my kind of, I don't want to say main channel. It is my main channel, but this is a channel that I'm going to use to dump all of my VODs and archive streams from everything basically from 2020 onwards until now. So all the playthroughs that I've done from 2020 up until now. So the recent playthrough that I uploaded was the 3 from 2020. Actually, it's Tokyo Mew Mew. So I know they're a little bit long. In fact, if you guys want to watch them right now and even give myself a subscription, I know they're a little bit long, so you can kind of just use them as background fuel. But recently I've been uploading a couple of the VODs that I've had sitting on my computer since 2020. So I uploaded my 3 playthroughs that I did from 2020. So I did Batman Dark Tomorrow, did Drake and the 99 Dragons, and recently, and I can't believe I forgot to upload this until later, Time Splitters Future Perfect. So those are the 3 that are up on there right now. The most recent playthrough from this past season, Star Fox Adventures, is all up there in 6 parts. And also, I have a few kind of like smaller / highlight videos that I've also been uploading. And I'm thinking, should I keep uploading those to the VOD channel, or should I make like a separate channel for I want to say like edited content? Because I've kind of been thinking about dabbling in like edited content for part of my streams, if that's kind of the way that the algorithm goes. It's, nobody wants to sit around and watch a 3.5 hour playthrough of me doing, I don't know what, Star Fox Adventures Part 1, and watch the edited stuff. Yeah, I'll be honest, I do need to dabble in that a lot, because that'll kind of save me some time and kind of get to the point of things, because as you know, I like to over explain things. So if I think about it long enough, I might just open up a second YouTube channel, kind of have them like linked together. Like one will just stay for the full archive stuff. Kind of want to just kind of like Vinesauce style, where Vinny or Joel, they upload all their VODs, like their full-time VODs, to one channel, and then another channel has like all the clips and highlights. Because I've got a whole lot of clips that I've got to upload and edit around as well too. So got that. So if you guys want to check out that will be linked in the Discord, and I also linked it up here too. So check out for that. As far as future playthroughs go, I did have one in mind that I did want to check out. And this was kind of like over a year in the making. The next playthrough that I kind of want to try out is a lot of highlights. Right. So, anyways, the next playthrough that I want to check out is Resident Evil 3. This kind of came as a follow-up to Dino Crisis when I went through Dino Crisis around this time last year, and the entire time I was thinking this is kind of like a poor man's version of Resident Evil 3. So I felt like after Dino Crisis, I probably should have immediately followed up with that. But there were a lot of things that were going on between, you know, when that happened and then when I graduated. So like April of last year was a really rocky time for me because that's when I got the announcement that my parents are getting divorced and all hell is breaking loose. So I kind of had to put that on hold. So I think even though Resident Evil 3 is on GameCube, I think we're still going to stick with the Dreamcast for this one. One, because I have not played my Dreamcast almost all year. I haven't even done any Phantasy Star Online for that, so silly me. I will announce that later. So yeah, I think Resident Evil 3 on Dreamcast when I make the time for it. So when I get the time, and I don't need to have a full-time job for this. I've already got the Dreamcast set up and everything. This I just need to make time for. Here, okay. Thank you, Sir Leon. So yeah, this I just need to make time for. So Resident Evil 3. In fact, I even got even made the whole layout for it right here, which I kind of spoiled last time. If anybody caught that. So Resident Evil 3 is probably going to be our next playthrough. It's been a while since I've done any horror games. We did Eternal Darkness and we did Geist, and that was kind of like the gist of that. Next thing, Shenmue 3. I know I've teased about this for a while, and I still have this entire part to do. I know I've heard a lot of things that Shenmue 3 is either not worth it or it's not good, but you know what? I went through 2 games. Be awaiting Resident Evil 4. 4, we might let's see how Resident Evil 3 goes. Because I have honestly no experience with 4. But anyways, Shenmue 3, again, we left Shenmue 2 off on a cliffhanger, and I honestly still have the entire playthrough strapped in my mind. If I went through 2 of them, yeah, I might as well go through the 3rd one. So the thing is, though, my PC is kind of spitting right now. And this is kind of like another side announcement. So Shenmue 3 is a newer game, obviously. It came out 2019, and my laptop is running 5, almost going 6 years at this point. My laptop is running a GTX 960M, and that is several years outdated at this point. It's kind of part of the reason why I don't really stream newer games. In fact, I even tried to stream like the last couple of games I tried to stream from my Steam library were Deep Rock Galactic, Hunt Showdown. So like all those newer games, my laptop was entirely crapping out on those. You don't get anything new on the console side, do you? No. In fact, all I have right now is my GameCube, Xbox, Dreamcast, N64. Yeah, that's all the stuff that I have right now. But anyways, Shenmue 3, I do want to play through, but I want to save it for when we get our next PC upgrade. I was honestly thinking about doing it this year. In fact, if there's still room at the end of the year, we might even do it this year. But I need to look at another PC upgrade. Which brings me back to I need a job. So pre-built PCs. I know people have their hard-earned opinions on these, whether, is it worth it to get a pre-built, or is it, better just to save money up or whatever. So I'm looking at something called the Skytech Chronos PC. Again, it's a pre-built. The specs on it are all right. The thing that caught me was that it has a GTX 30, I think it was a 3060. For some things, that's obviously overkill. For other things, that's where things are headed. The problem is, though, it's $1,500. And I know I know I sound crazy when I'm thinking, how the hell am I going to do this? Or how the hell am I going to, do this when I don't even have any money? So, and you make a good point there, and that's the other point that I wanted to bring up. Because GPUs are getting scalped out the ass right now, um, $1,500 for an entire pre-built PC, including a GTX 3080, honestly seems like a fair deal at this point. I mean, any other time you probably wouldn't pay more than $1,000 for these, right? So $1,500, and this will probably replace my laptop. I might still have my laptop on the side. So this is kind of like one of the things I'm looking at. It doesn't have to be the specific model, but like from what I looked at, $1,500 for one of these things. Plus, it's got all the specs and everything. So this, if I get one of these, then we might do some newer stuff, and that's kind of what I'm looking at for some newer things. I'll still stick to retro thin and through, or thick and through. You know, I'll still do GameCube and Xbox and all the 6th generation stuff. But I don't know. I might make this. I don't want to say an incentive, but if I ever get a full-time job and I have some money to, share on the side, then we might look at that. All right. Keep those out of the box. Rebuild. Keep the laptop as backup. The thing is, I have kind of a backup PC, and I bought this backup desktop in case my laptop shits the bed, because not only is my laptop kind of aging power-wise, it's having battery issues again, and in most cases, it can't even hold a charge. It never had a good battery to begin with, but yeah, like if I unplug it right now, it might just entirely go off. So for something that's kind of on, I don't even want to say on life support. So yeah, my PC is kind of in need of it. But you know what? I want to get a couple things. I want to get a couple things done first. First of all, I need a car. I need a car. I need to pay some bills. So bills, car, and then all this comes after that. Is the better device? Yeah, on an external drive, and I do have that. I actually do have like a 2 terabyte drive that I have a backup for. So everything went as planned. And if you guys remember at all from November, or was it December? No, it's like in between November and December, my laptop's hard drives actually failed, and I actually needed to do a backup. And gracefully, I saved like 90% of it. But anyways, going back to retro stuff, and speaking of hard drives, let's talk about my Xbox. So I just want to say, no, this is not the major console upgrade that we're doing this year. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit of a side project, but so my Xbox after all this time is finally getting some well-needed upgrades. And I say this because if I can play my schedule right, I think I want to go back to doing some X-Link Kai nights. I definitely had some fun playing multiplayer with those guys. And I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike, Time Splitters Future Perfect. I've been looking at their schedule. They've been playing a lot of good games. So actually between Red Ring of Death. Oh, no. My Xbox is still running like a tank. My Xbox 360, on the other hand, I have no idea where the hell that thing is. But my original Xbox is kind of been getting some TLC. In January and like February onwards, I ended up buying like 20 more OG Xbox games. So I stacked up on a lot of multiplayer based games. I got like Battlefront 1 and 2. I got Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix. I got just an entire stack worth of stuff. Then I realized that most of these games need DLC or title updates, and the only way that I could get around that was by installing soft mods to it. So I kind of wanted to wait around until I got a bigger hard drive for the Xbox, but I figured I think I could do that now and then get a hard drive for it later, because I still want to get a hard drive. It's like Career, right? That is an idea. And I was thinking about that as of recently too. I don't have. That's like the last piece for my GameCube that I was thinking about, is I don't have the broadband adapter, because people buy the broadband adapter for one game and one game only. Obviously PSO. I honestly have no intentions on playing PSO on GameCube if the Xbox version is going to come back through the Insignia project. But I was thinking for some stupid shit for shits and giggles, what if I got like a GameCube broadband adapter for the GameCube to play Mario Kart Double Dash or Kirby Air Ride LAN parties with? Because it works on X-Link Kai and it works with those games. I just have no idea who the hell I'd get to play it with me. So that's, anyways, that broadband adapter is like $200 and it only works with 3 or 4 games anyway, so it's probably not much worth it. It's a fun idea, but you know, if I got $200, I got other things. But anyways, back to the Xbox. So yeah, the Xbox is getting a lot of stuff. And if I can work around a job schedule, I want to see if I can get some X-Link Kai Nights back up and running. I know I did Counter-Strike back in November, and I've been doing Times Square's Future Perfect, but to the right of me is like I've got a tub full of like 80 Xbox games, so I want to put that to good use too. All right, so that might be returning if I can get my schedule worked around it. What is definitely returning regardless, though, and as one of you guys mentioned, yeah, we are finishing the fight this summer. No doubt about it. We are finishing this playthrough. First of all, I just want to say Halo 1 and 2 were some of the best playthroughs that I did this year or last year. What's going to happen though is I am going to play this co-op with Adam, who has not only never played a Halo game before. I don't think he's ever played 360 or an FPS. So, yeah, I'm gonna grab Adam one day, and I think we're just gonna go through this entire thing almost in one sitting. Like in 1 or 2 days, we're just gonna wake up at noon and just go to town on this game for like 10 hours straight. What you're saying? Well, you know what? Adam's experience with this will probably be like mine when I first played it. But you know, the roles are reversed now. He's the arbiter, I'm the chief. So yeah, it makes you restart if someone dies, right? No, I don't think so. I mean, it's been, God, when was the last time my brother and I played? It's been almost 10 years since my brother and I played through Halo 3. So that being said, look for that as a summer blockbuster this year. All right. Okay. Yeah. Keeping that short and simple. Speaking of, and kind of noticing a pattern of 3s here. Like there's Halo 3, there's Shenmue 3, there's Resident Evil 3. How about Splatoon 3? What about Splatoon 3? So, kind of also keeping this on the down low. I'm a huge fucking Splatoon fan, all right? I wanted the Wii U, and I can't believe I still have my Wii U with me. I wanted the Wii U solely for Splatoon. Like, Smash was a big seller, but Splatoon absolutely sold me. And as many of you know, I don't have a Switch yet. So I'm waiting, and hopefully this is going to happen, because if they did this for Splatoon 2, there's no way they wouldn't do this for Splatoon 3. I'm hoping that Nintendo releases a console bundle for Splatoon 3. And I'm also crossing my fingers, and that's like, this is never gonna fucking happen, that they produce enough that it doesn't get scalped. Because as we all know, Switches and Xbox Ones and Xbox whatevers and PS5s are getting scalped out the ass. So I do want to get Splatoon 3, and I do want to get a Switch. Adam is fortunate enough to finally have a Switch, so I think he pre-ordered this game. I need to check with him on that. So so yeah, Splatoon 3. But because this is kind of a lower priority, I'm thinking about looking at this at the end of the year. It depends, again, it depends on if I get a job. And obviously, you know, the PC comes first, and then, you know, car bullshit and all that. So Splatoon 3 and Switch, if it doesn't happen this year, it's fine. I just want it to happen at some point. But at the very earliest, we're not going to see this until the end of the year. And honestly, this is going to be a hassle for me to even hook up, because I've got a CRT here, and how the hell do you hook up an HDMI system, one of these things, adapters? So yeah, Splatoon 3. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it's gonna come out in August, is what they said. Like it's summer 2020, so I'm gonna admit it till August. All right. All right. We can open the door a lot of places to search exclusives. All right. Well, yeah, that and true, but again, between me and Adam is the Switch expertise here. Like he's the Nintendo aficionado, and I basically have everything else. Which kind of brings us to our next, and I want to say our final point. Oh my god, yeah, this is it. So you guys ready for this? So here's the big announcement that everybody's waiting for. What am I going to do this year for console upgrades? Don't say the answer if you know it. I know some of you have already kind of told us about. So as some of you know, I have a GameCube, I've got a Dreamcast, I've got an Xbox. I see myself in these fields. I like Nintendo stuff, I like Sony, I like Sega stuff, I like Microsoft stuff. There's that one console that I just never ever saw myself attached to. So yeah, without further ado, are you guys ready for this? This year's console upgrade is yeah, I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, no, it's pretty obvious that we know what we're doing here. So I teased this back in kind of back in February, if anybody caught the last stream. So what's under here is going to be our next console upgrade, and obviously mentioning the last couple of systems and as well as the music teaser from today. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Ladies and gentlemen, 2022 is going to be the year of... Symbol, please. I was scuffed. I think I disconnected my we talked about that a lot. Yeah, we are legitimately doing this. This year is going to be the year of the PlayStation. We are doing the PS1 this year. You have a Wii or a name empty box. It is a Wii, and I was actually going to plan on selling it, but yeah, no, PS1 this year. So kind of a backstory time, kind of a personal backstory time. I was never a PlayStation aficionado, and I never really did see myself as one. I love the N64. I like the Sega Saturn. Dreamcast is one of my favorites. That a PS1 or OGPS. The original PS1 from '95. So PlayStation kind of sat weird with me. I think it had something to do with the games. I'm not going to deny it. The PlayStation is an absolute monster of a console. Everybody who's anybody who had a PlayStation loves the thing. I, on the other hand, never had a PlayStation as a kid. So my experiences with it were, just kind of on the side. Stuff by the way. Yeah, I know. So I want to make it a goal to see if I can change my ideologies with the PlayStation. I've attempted it several times, and in fact, this right here is not the only PlayStation that I own. Would you believe that I own not only one, so not one, not two, not three, but four. I have tried no less than 4 times to see myself attached to the PlayStation, and I have failed every time. I don't know if you guys saw the box behind me. I have an entire box worth of PS1 games in here that I've collected over the last couple of years. Even some decent games here. Let's see. What do I have in here that I would say is decent? But like, with all the games that I've played over the years, PlayStation was just the one that just never attached to me. And I don't know why, because when I say I'm not a big PlayStation person, yeah, I got some backup PS1. Don't even ask why I have all these PS1s. I've just inherited them over the years. So, yeah. So one of my favorite PS1 games is Spyro the Dragon. This is one of my favorite PS1 games that I used to play a lot as a kid. Or had it when I had my original PS1 set. In fact, yeah, no, 5. Let's make it 5 PS1s, because I used to have another original PS1 and I sold that plus my original collection for Smash. So I've tried almost 5 times to get into the PlayStation library. And I've tried everything from platformers to RPGs. I've got a copy of Final Fantasy Origins and Anthology and Chronicles or whatever. No, yeah, so I've got those in there. I've tried like almost every genre under the sun, and very few games with the PlayStation, or very few games on the PlayStation have kind of filled my itch as much as it has for the N64. But like, I always went under the assumption that when you talk about like your favorite games between PS1 and N64, like you can ask 10 people like what their 5 favorite games are on PS1, and you get completely different results for every time, because you know there's that many games and there's that many classics. For the N64 though, if you talk like what's your favorite game on the N64 and you ask that for the same 10 people, you're gonna get a lot of the same results. You know, people love the Rareware game, people love Smash Brothers, people love GoldenEye. You know, not that that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, that's probably a good thing if that creates diversity. So I want to make it a mission to try and find as many PS1 games as possible that are exclusive to PS1. So if there's games that are on PS1, N64, and Dreamcast, those won't count. I want to find the best PS1 exclusives that I say that I can still enjoy. And there's still a few that I've checked out of the library that I do say that I do enjoy. I mean, obviously Spyro was one. I did play the original Pac-Man World. I did like Pac-Man World 1. Some games that I didn't play that do interest me are Ape Escape, if you guys ever heard of Ape Escape. So yeah, we're gonna give a lot of support to the PS1. However, I wanna show something real quick. Where is it? So the thing with the PS1 is that, like the Dreamcast, we are going to upgrade this with the Terra Onion mode. So that's what's going to happen with this. Need to log into Sony Gamer. Unlike the Dreamcast and even the Saturn, the PlayStation's hardware, and hence why I even had to buy another PlayStation to begin with. So the PlayStation hardware varies from console to console. Case example is this is a model 7501 unit. So notice the back of this one, and then this is one of the original 1001 units. Like this one has like better audio from what I've heard. They have different backs to them. Like one of them has the serial port, or I think the 9001's got serial ports. But like you can notice like these ports like down here are not on any of the other later models. So they changed the motherboard around. The PS1 that I have in this box is a 5501 unit. And what that means is that, for whatever reason, is the only version of the mode that works with, or the only version of the PS1 that works with the mode. So adding all of this up, and I just want to give you guys a quick brief insight as to what we're looking at. Okay, yeah. So this is this is how much the base of a mode costs, $279.99, and that's without any inflation. Now we need to add, it's going on the PlayStation, it needs a PlayStation kit. I'm going to add a 1 terabyte hard drive. We don't need any of this. I honestly don't need it cleaned. And for the hell of it, let's add a reset button on it. So like in my Dreamcast, there's a button that you can hit to reset the console. Turn that $280 into almost $500. So yeah, this is going to be a deep process. And why this is because the PS1 mode needs a lot of soldering and a lot of advanced expertise on it. And they even say like, it takes this long and that you need all these mod chips installed. So on one hand, yeah, I could go any other route. Like I can get an X Station or a PSIO or whatever. But I think I trust, based on my judgment with the Dreamcast mode, I think I trust my judgment enough that I can get a good similar experience with the Terra Onion mode, because I think I trust these guys well enough that I know what they're doing. Especially since I bought from Stone Age Gamer, locally owned and operated in Ohio, mind you. Enough for that. So yeah, we're looking at, can I get rid of this? We're looking at $500 for the PS1. And I want to have this in by May. I know it's the end of March now, so I'm going to give this between 2 months to happen. Now, again, what you're probably going to be asking me next is, how are you going to afford this? My simple plan is either, best case scenario, I get a job and, we can start making some bills right then. My plan is, because I got a tax refund, and thank God for old Uncle Sam for covering me on that, I was going to use my tax refund to cover this, and then, make the money back later. So the tax refund that I'm making is basically just enough to cover the PS1 mode. And I feel like with this onwards, that's where we can get into some support. All right, so that's the big number one thing that we're doing this year, is we're finally getting into more console support, and we're going to be focusing on the PlayStation this year. But then I realized that wasn't enough. Yeah, kind of a spoiler / shocker. I kind of wanted to outdo myself again. As much as I kind of have a discomfort, or like kind of a side-eyed view of the PS1, the follow-up one, god damn it. So yeah, as most of you may know, the GameCube was my childhood console. So I was the only one that I knew on my block who had a GameCube, and I went from playing Super Monkey Ball and Metroid Prime and Melee to going over my friend's house across the street, and they ended up playing Grand Theft Auto, Scarface, Shadow the Hedgehog, all the stuff on that other console. And also, me being a Dreamcast fanboy, I still say the Dreamcast, in my heart and in good conscience, won that battle. So I want to outdo myself again and kind of put myself to the test. So not only are we looking at the PS1 this year, oh my god. Yep. We're doing the PlayStation 2 on the side as well. Yeah, that's a lot of a mouthful. We're doing back-to-back PlayStations in the same year. Yeah, as much as I don't even want to say I dislike the PS1. I like the PS1. I admire it. I can't see myself enjoying the PS2, and I want to change that once and for all. For years, I have just absolutely detested the PS2, and it's all for the wrong reasons. I get it. It has an incredibly stellar library. I looked into it, and both the PS1 and PS2 worldwide have like 4,000 games each. That's going to last you literally all year long. So, good fucking lord. So yeah. Fortunately, and this is a good part, fortunately, the PS2 mod doesn't need any, you're gonna try to binge the entire PS. Good lord, no. Good lord, no. Fortunately, the PS2 mod is much cheaper and doesn't even require any soldering, much less opening up the system. So free McBoot is kind of the key term to know here. So free McBoot is like kind of their version of Swiss on GameCube, or kind of like the hard drive, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like firmware. So free McBoot runs off a memory card that you plug into the PS2, and with that you can also take, I have a hard drive network adapter on the back of this. You can take any hard drive. I believe there's also an adapter that takes like SATA drives, so you can take one of those, and the whole process is like maybe like less than $100, and it even depends on how much you want on your, or how much of a hard drive space you're looking for. I think we're gonna go for like 2 terabytes on the PS2 just because they're so much bigger. But yeah, as most of you know, I'm a Dreamcast sucker. I love the Dreamcast, and with the Dreamcast comes the rivalry between Dreamcast and PlayStation 2. For me, for years though, this thing was nothing more than a glorified DVD player and a way for people to watch The Matrix back in the day. Hell, I don't even have The Matrix on DVD. I only have it on VHS. So yeah, mercy me, that I can't believe after 15 whatever years of hating on this thing, I'm finally going to give it some appreciation. That being said, I want to focus on the PS1 first. The PS1 is going to get, I don't want to say more support than the PS2, but I want to go kind of back and forth between the two just to find out what I like. Hating on it to hate it. Yeah, you're catching me red-handed. So my goal for the PS2 at least is to find probably just 12, and this is going to be easier said than done for me, but I want to find at least 12 PS2 exclusives, so not on GameCube, not on Xbox, PC is maybe, that I will enjoy and will enjoy solely on the PS2. I'll be honest, there's a few games that I do have a liking to on the PS2. I like Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City best on PS2. I'll say that. Time Splitters 1 was fun, but by the time Time Splitters 2 came out, there was honestly no reason for me to play Time Splitters 2 on PS2 if I have it on GameCube and Xbox. Of course, what's weird, I think I might have sold Jack 1, but I found Jack 3 at a flea market, or no, at a thrift store for like $3. But anyways, the other good thing is that unlike the PS1 with the mode, so the PS1 with the mode is going to replace the disk drive. So the PS1 that we're going to fix up here is not going to be taking discs anymore. So it's going to be like the Dreamcast and the GameCube. The PS2 with free McBoot, fortunately, it still saves the DVD drive, and that's what I like the most about the PS2 and the Xbox, is that the soft mods don't need to take out the hard drive, or don't need to take out the DVD drive. So if I want, I could still use this thing as a DVD player. Not like I ever really buy DVDs much nowadays, but yeah, this is where I'm going to have to ask you guys for help, because want to say I'm like the last person on earth to even fully take a look into the PS2 library. I have a guy, and honestly, when I'm thinking most of this, and he's in the chat, say hi, Kyle, if you're here. So my good buddy Kyle TX500 has kind of been the big inspiration over the last couple of weeks and months for this whole PS1 and PS2 project, and I let him in the know on all of this first. So if you guys want a good shout out, go check out my bud Kyle here. Kyle, what he usually does is he has roulette nights for the PS1, the PS2, and the Xbox, and basically he just goes through the entire library of what he likes most on the PS1 and PS2, and I've kind of been sitting in his channel, kind of taking notes as to like what interests me the most out of what I would like out of all these games. So Kyle, if you're watching this, as much as I hate on the PS2, you're actually helping me out a lot, bud. So I need to find out what's clicking with me on this system. And not only that, I have another side project that I want to do, and this is kind of going into the last thing that I wanted to talk about. So, as you guys know, I did a lot of demo disc streams for the GameCube, and I definitely enjoyed those. Those gave me a good taste out of, you know, what was the best, worst, and weirdest of the GameCube. What I also know is that the PS1 and PS2 are basically home to every world-renowned demo disc, as per saying. So what I do want to make a side stream for is to do demo discs. And between the PS1 and PS2, there's God, we could be doing PS2 demo discs, just PS1 and PS2 demo discs, literally all year round, and that'll be enough to suffice. And honestly, I might just make my money off of that. So yeah, I want to set around a couple streams all year round just to look at PS1 and PS2 demo discs. And another guy who's also been helping me out with that is this guy called Swirl Drop. Swirl Drop recently, he's also part of the retro community. He also recently went through all of the PlayStation Underground discs, as kind of shown here. And just one by one, stream by stream, he kind of took a look at all of those. So I got a lot of inspiration from those. And again, anybody who grew up in the 90s playing PS1 had at least 50 of these demo discs. In fact, you know what? Let's see if I actually still have a couple demo discs. Let me see if I can pull them up. Yeah, I do. I don't even remember how I got these. I'm just going to assume I got these at the flea market. But yeah, stuff like, you know, the Jam Pack series, these interactive CD sampler discs, the Underground Jam Pack, the PlayStation demo disc. Oh, and Kyle, you're going to laugh at this. This demo disc has a copy of Crash Bash on it. There's a demo for Crash Bash on this one. I tried to get these running on these PS1s, and I guess kind of the other reason why I inherit these so much is that PS1s are dirt cheap, but most of my PS1s that I have, yeah, of course it does. Hi, Kyle. Most of these PS1s I have don't really have working disk drives. So I tested out a couple of them today. This one I think is just straight up dead. This one I got because I got this because there was a memory card in it, and the guy asked like how much for the memory card. I'm like, you know what, just for the entire thing, just take it for $10. So I got an entire PS1 with a memory card for $10. So tested that out. But anyways, yeah, all these demo discs, and also Pizza Hut demo disc. Just putting that out for the record here. Pizza Hut demo disc. We'll be taking a look at those too. So if I can kind of just load up the PS1 mode with all of these demo discs, and we might just go with them one by one. And there's, again, dozens to hundreds of these. So yeah, that's what I think is going to be a fun opportunity. Even if we just don't even play that many games. Like, yeah, I want to play Pac-Man World. I want to play Ape Escape. I want to play Spyro. If we could just take a look at like some of these demo discs and just kind of pick out like the best or the worst of those, that'll make some fun on its own. That pizza is so bad. You know what? This past year was like the first time I've had Pizza Hut in like 15 years. The first time that I had it this past year, yeah, it was just as bad as everybody says. But the second time, I guess because it's so close and, you know, it's kind of the cheapest pizza around, you know what? It's pizza for the hell of pizza. You know, it's nothing special. So, but yeah, I got a whole box full of PS1 and PS2 stuff here. You know, if you guys want to take a look. In fact, for shits and giggles, I even have a couple PS3 games. Yes, for the record, I do have a PS3. It is a shocking surprise. Are we going to look at PS3 games anytime soon? Fat chance. There's like one PS3 game that I want to take a look at, and I'm going to spoil it now. Giant Enemy Crab. That's your one hint as to what PS3 game I want to take a look at. $599. So, anyways, that's all that I really had for today. $30 for one pizza and breadsticks. Yeah, that was because I got that pizza. I I think that was like the same day that I was that I crashed my car. Yeah, Genji did it late. Certainly got it. I got that pizza because I was gonna go over the friend's house for the Super Bowl and then crash the car. I ended up just staying at home with my friend. So we ended up having Pizza Hut, and their cheesy bread was awful. So as I want to say, as much as Kyle likes Taco Bell, I have a strange conception for Pizza Hut. Racer. Yeah, $599. So looks like we've got a lot to go through. Honestly, just talking about this made me feel so much better. You can see that the tears are gone off my eyes. This is gonna be an interesting year, but again, it all depends on if I get a job and if I can make the time for it. I want to say for one last thing though, despite all this looking like it's going to be costing an arm and a leg, I want to make one thing clear for the record. I just want to make one clear. I cannot, nor will I will not take anybody's money for any of this. I cannot, under any conditions or for any sincere condolences, take any financial response. I can't take your money, guys. I can't take your money for this. I want to feel like I want to work for my earnings, and I don't want to put up a PayPal or any of this. If I'm going through what I'm going right now, if I have to pay student loans and a car and bills and all that shit, if $500 is just going to go into some measly side project, right? I hopefully, if that's firm and understandable, and anybody, and I even learned this, anybody ever who would be in this situation would ever hate asking for money. So yeah, I just want to make this clear on the record. No matter how much I cry, beg, and weep about it, don't give me any money for this, all right? I want to find a job and I want to work for this, okay? Okay. So, yeah. So I think what we're gonna do one day is kind of do what Kyle did, and there's a website. Oh wait, no, I still have more. I still have the best and worst of my. I was going to do this later. Shit, I kind of did this in the wrong order. I was gonna announce the PlayStation stuff later and then do the if you guys want to see the best and worst of my stuff, I still got like the last couple of highlights that I want to do. So let's continue off where we last were with highlights. Just gonna kind of make this brief and quick because we're just gonna go with the best. We're gonna play the Halo Reach campaign. Let's get through 3 first. Let's get through 3 first and see how it goes from there. Threads of Fate. Well, yeah, Threads of Fate is one that I definitely want to check out too. All right. So. No, don't pay me for anything, all right? I know I'm in some financial hardships, but I want to get this under control on my own, all right? I appreciate you guys' support and honesty. I just can't, all right? So yeah, I know all of this was just tentative schedules and everything, but you know what? We'll get there when we get there. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, clips time. So I've had some pretty good and I've had some pretty bad moments from last year. I think the one person who's made it worth the whole while was Adam. If you guys obviously know, Adam is my friend, college roommate. You ever need I will let you guys know. So let's take a quick look at some of the best moments that I've had with Adam over the last year, and I've narrowed it down to kind of the last 5. Where are some good moments that I've had? How many of you were here for my birthday stream in November? All right. So on my birthday, I decided to indulge in one a little too many of these, as I'm doing now. This was the result of that calamity.
No, you're. I would hope so. You would have like what? When do you work? You have like 12 hours. You go 12 hours without a fucking beer?
I have to get up at 3 in the morning.
Why would you have to get up at 3 in the morning?
Drink another beer.
What the fucking? Oh my! You shouldn't do that.
You're not concerned.
Yes, I am concerned.
You're not worried about it.
Yes, I am. If you get up at 3 to have another drink, you can't. You can't.
I have many troubles with my life.
Apparently. But I'm here, and we're gonna fix. So I don't know. I sound like I'm drunk when I get high.
The reason for you to get up at 3 a.m. Oh yeah, because Sterling works at fucking FedEx or whatever. Do you work at FedEx? I forgot. I know you're doing something in that field. I forgot where Sterling works. But anyways, yeah, that's basically the extent of my birthdays. Only I drank more than I thought I would. Yeah, I kept drinking and drinking and drinking that entire night. Here's more hilarity ensues.
Makes me want to start drinking.
Well, good for you. Take home half the pack.
No. Why would I want to start drinking after seeing this? Danger, danger! Meteors!
Doctor, doctor. Can't you see a bird? Can't you find the building? Is it fucking Thompson twins? Right?
I don't know who the hell this is. You're on your own there, buddy. You're on your own there, buddy. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
For my heart.
What the hell are you talking?
Stay with me.
Well, no, I've heard that song in March, so I've heard that.
Yeah, it could be argued that the Thompson twins have exactly like 2 or 3 songs to their roster. You know what's the ironic part? I'm gonna take Adam to a barcade tomorrow, so we're gonna be drinking. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be. Well, first of all, I gotta drive him home afterwards, but yeah, the local barcade in Cleveland is finally reopening after a year and a half, and I'm gonna take him out to there. Hey, guess what? I drank even more.
I know, that's the one thing I'm allergic to. Stop drinking!
I have like 4 clips just of me drinking.
Stop drinking! Oh my god.
Okay,
You're gonna have to get your mom to drive me home. Cause you are.
Wouldn't you do this on your birthday too? Well, this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask.
I'm the only one of my friends who drinks, by the way.
Send me to a clinic just to...
I'm not sending you to a clinic.
And for good measure.
Like, I want to make it home alive tonight.
It's a shame that your mom can't drive.
She can drive. Probably call her up.
She drives stick. That's why she can't drive.
If you want.
You know what? On second time, either my mom drives you or...
Yes! You think?
You know what's the sad part though? Adam lives like 2 blocks from my house, and yet I still didn't feel comfortable enough driving him home. He literally lives like there's like a row of houses that separate me and him.
Yes! 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 You think? My gosh. What have I been saying for the past 5 minutes? And you've just been like, no, I'm fine.
Because I'm actually starting to feel the repercussions.
I mean, somebody's got to be the designated drinker in the house, right?
There's a little left.
Put it
There's a
down.
little left.
Where's my oh, it's over there.
Brennan! Put it! Oh my gosh, Brennan! Oh my gosh.
That's my middle
put it
name, by the
down.
way.
Oh my gosh.
It's only my 3rd one today.
How much are you gonna drink when I leave?
Probably not much good.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hungry.
You're gonna have a hangover to fucking Goodwill.
I almost did. I almost did have a hangover the next day.
Believe it. That was fun. Oh.
As a matter of fact, I did. I actually had to get up at 8 a.m. the next morning. But you know what? As I mentioned, as bad as I was for drinking, I'm still nowhere near as bad as the rest of my siblings. This was just before I went down to North Carolina to see my brother, and we went bar hopping, and honestly, that was a fucking disaster. So yeah, that's a good moment that Adam and I have had. Oh, okay. So this next one, I need to pull up the how many balls did you have in the fridge? Like 6, I think. We had like, okay, where is it? Yes, this one. Hold on. Where is it? Come on, where is it? Where is it? You know, I can pull it up over here. Okay, so this next part, and this is, I'm kind of ranking these like best 5 moments. This is number 4. Adam and I like to play garbage. Well, when I say that, I mean I like to play garbage and hold him against his will to play garbage. This was kind of new or early into the GameCube project's lifespan. This is when we played a bunch of shitty party games that I found. And this is One Piece Pirates Carnival, if any of you know this game. I just want to say I know nothing about One Piece, but I know for damn sure there is no treasure in this game. This is an absolute shit show of a party game, even for One Piece fans. So yeah, Adam and I had a blast playing this one.
Are you? No. I will walk out.
The best moment of this is yeah, why is it Sonic? Where is it? Yeah, right around here.
Mostly, most of my problems are just finance.
So the best moment of this was when we were playing this rowboat game, and the controls on this were horrendous. It was like you had to switch. I think it was like switch the C stick up and down. Like there was this overheating thing, and it kept overheating.
I know they don't do that. It's great.
And good lord, just watching this again just puts a smile on my face. Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna think. What am I supposed to do? How? How do we get out of this?
We got stuck in there for like 5 minutes.
I don't. What is happening? Fuck.
We didn't know how to get out.
How'd you get out of that?
Or he did not.
Well, you guys won this game.
Yeah, there's no reason to play this game.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I think he's on top and I'm on bottom.
Well, you guys won because we can't get out of here. Actually.
Yeah, console wise are fun because of content. Yeah, the cost of money that I don't have.
Speaking of, I want to drop $500 on a PS1 mode, and I barely have $500 to spend. I'm not gonna see that tax return for a while.
What? You picked something up?
Hit the D-pad.
The D-pad?
It was the D-pad.
Okay, now we're just not going anywhere.
Yeah, when in a party game on GameCube would you ever find
no,
yourself using the
it's
D?
the C-stick.
Oh,
The C-stick?
Yes.
For what? Moving?
For roll/rest. C-stick up and C-stick down.
and mind you, it explained nowhere in this game when to do that.
Oh my gosh. We can't get out of here. Oh my gosh.
Are you still stuck in that?
Yes!
He's still stuck there.
Oh my gosh! Alright, I'm just putting the controller down at this point. You can have this win. I cannot deal.
Now I see why this game sucks.
No, it very much does.
Now we're spinning.
What is the Metacritic score on this game?
Not as bad as this one. Hey, how's it going?
Let's see if I can get to the outside. Oh,
Bro, get
5 out of 10.
yeah.
They gave this game a. The entire game is trash, not just this. Oh,
See?
and this is when I get stuck in it.
We might
It's a toilet.
we might be trapped here. This might be the end.
This is the end for Luffy and friends.
Well, 1,000 episodes, and this is how they get stopped. In a fucking whirlpool.
Meet a watery grave at some point.
I would believe so.
What if this is just how the anime ends? Like the anime finally ends and they just meet their watery grave like this.
How are we getting out of this?
We're not. That's the point.
Good lord. And this just went on for like 5 minutes.
I thought I read that.
I'm gonna save you the details. Yeah, eventually we did get out of that, but good lord, that was one of the funniest moments that I remember for that. Was flight tested. Probably not. Never mind the fact that of the few anime games that we got on GameCube overseas here, this was one of them. In fact, let's see. November 2005, Mario Party 7 was out by this time. Hell, I would have had Mario Party 7 like a couple months later. I got Mario Party 7 like May of 06, like just shortly after that. So yeah, God, that was a shipwreck and a half. Oh no. Okay. Okay, hold on. So this next moment is when, for any of you, I want to say OG fans here, for any of you OG fans of me, you might remember that Batman Dark Tomorrow was one of my first playthroughs back in 2020. In fact, it was like my first recorded one that I did as a solo. That game is terrible. Nobody should ever have to play Batman Dark Tomorrow. So that's why I gave it to Adam to play. So the third best moment that I've had with Adam last year was when I finally introduced him to Batman Dark Tomorrow.
You're not over yet.
Why not?
You get to play. Okay, so especially for you,
What?
I've been dreading / expecting this day for a long time. So you remember that shitty Batman game that I played on Xbox?
Yup.
It's on GameCube.
Oh god.
And I think the GameCube version is slightly worse.
Boy.
They're both the same games, but I think there's something in the GameCube
And yet
version
you're
that's like
giving
slightly
it to
worse.
me.
Right.
I wouldn't dare wish this game on anyone else. Now play this game.
Aren't I a good friend to him?
Absolute worst Xbox game that I ever played.
Maybe the GameCube version's better.
It's probably worse.
It is worse.
No, GameCube versions tend to be better.
You do that. Wow.
Yeah, let's see, where's... madness that happens. It's like right.
Ah, it's 80s door.
I used that once during my playthrough.
Okay, yeah, here.
Okay. Vision, Universal 2.
So, Batman Dark Tomorrow is notorious for its terrible controls and poorly programmed AI. And it is noticeable within the first couple of minutes of the game.
That might be helpful.
I think this is the right spot. I want to say this is the right spot. Yes, yes, this is. This was the best. This was honestly the best moment that I had up until two things that happened later this year. This, I just can't stop laughing at.
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Wait, what am I supposed to do? Excuse me, what am I supposed to do? Oh my god.
Get blown up for
How? What are you doing? What am I supposed to do? It's just... What is happening?
Stop getting shot at.
I don't know where they're coming from, so I can't really say that.
Oh god.
Because it's like as soon as I...
Oh, hi, Kyrie.
Oh! What? I didn't even see this part.
It just keeps
Somewhere else to
going.
get shot at.
It just keeps going.
Oh my gosh. How? Just run away. Shoot.
This is how the game was programmed. I did not do anything to this game. This is just how the game was.
Oh my gosh.
It is actually this bad. And I played through the entirety of this. All 7 hours worth.
We're still there with handcuffs. Can I heal myself?
Well, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Please don't. What? Wait, what? Where did this... What?
Rooftops, baby.
I...
Get off.
I...
Oh my god.
Dead.
Oh my gosh.
Dead.
What am I...
This game great.
No, it's not! I can't do any of these. Someone need them.
You guys want to see a donation incentive? $500. You guys pay for the Terror Onion mode. Don't actually do this, but you guys pay for the PS1 mode, and I will replay through Batman Dark Tomorrow
What am I
on
supposed to
GameCube.
do?
Run.
Wait, I can't! This!
Stop falling on your face.
Oh, I can't do anything! I can't do anything! Oh,
God, this is great.
this game is garbage!
This is so much fun. I'm not playing this.
Oh,
Oh my god, I'm going to pee myself.
oh
This is
my
so
gosh.
funny.
Stop getting blown up.
I cannot do anything as soon as I get up.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh. What the hell is this game?
And that was the entirety of Batman Dark Tomorrow. He only played like an hour of it before he just said, you know what, no, I can't take this anymore. But, oh my god. I did not think that could possibly be topped as the best moment of the year. Until... And we still have two more. Where is it? Oh, yeah, this one. So... Another thing happened on my birthday. While I was hammered, I'm just gonna let this. Try to take this without any context included. Try to take this moment without any context included. just like fish. Stick them in a tin can for 8 hours. It's weird.
You've done all of that today.
And I feel kind of pushed.
You do? Why? Oh, pick up the thing. There's a need. With 3 amiibos. Excuse me?
What do people do?
What? Excuse me?
They do.
Why?
I've seen it.
Why have you seen it? Why have you seen that? Why? What is? Excuse me? I'm very. What?
I'm gonna explain the context for why this is so funny later. Just wanna let this clip play. Because I'm just dying of laughter for like the next 2 minutes.
Why would you see some? Why would you go out of your way to find that kind of content?
Like there's a huge punchline to this entire thing. And
Oh my gosh.
for the longest time, only Adam and I have known what's going on here.
I'm gonna choke on this.
Are you okay? What happened? Are you good?
I'm burning.
Open it. Open a window. Why? Plastic.
We're still talking about it, but I'm going to explain what's going on.
Buy me 3 new dildos there, buddy.
Oh, so you're gonna shove them up your ass? That's what dildos are.
Please, I'm going to explain this. I'm just dying here.
I can't do.
Quite literally.
You good? You good? You are not good. Are you good? Do you need some water?
Oh my god.
And this is still part of the joke, by the way.
Oh my god.
I still got. Okay, you know what? I'll explain it now. So, Adam, I'm gonna pull something out, and I don't know if you're still here. Just whisper. All right, it's still stuck in my closet, but I'm gonna go pull it out. So, on my birthday, Adam gave me a couple presents. Adam gave me a couple. Number one, he gave me I think he gave me a gift card or $20 to the Nintendo store so I could buy some stuff on my Wii U. But the main thing and why all of this happened here was why it was so funny is, and this is still unopened, he bought me a Splatoon 3 pack. Just a 3-pack of amiibos. And these were from the Wii U 3DS era. I still haven't opened these because, one, I'm a collector. This is just what collectors do. And two, I've been waiting for this to happen so I can explain this. So let's go back right around here.
Why? Oh, pick up the thing. There's a need.
So yeah,
With 3 amiibos. Excuse me?
you know what I just told Adam there, and what makes it so much funnier is that my microphone was cutting out because I was either so drunk or it wasn't even picking up my voice. What caused Adam and I just to go into a freak misfit? I told Adam people like to come on their amiibos. I'm not. Did you guys get that? Do you need me to repeat that? People yeah, for God knows whatever reason, people like to go to town and put their liquids.
What do people do?
What? Excuse me?
They do.
Why?
I've seen it.
Why have you seen it?
There's your context. So for the longest time, nobody could figure out why the hell I was laughing, and it's because I told him people like to jack off on these things. And it's true. I know this is not safe for work, but you know what? Fuck it. We're all adults here. What a amiibo. Yeah, for whatever reason, there's an entire subreddit, and I don't know why I know this, but just doing random internet surfing late at night, I came across this, and I'm like, you know what? This is part of my life now. So, congratulations, Adam. You bought me 3 amiibo dildos. And the fact that it didn't even pick up on what I said and why I'm just laughing out of context is what makes this the fucking funniest thing that I've ever had with Adam this year. Oh wait, no, second funniest. I have to ask why they're. I'm not. Yeah, you should be surprised. I mean, why is he surprised? But like,
Why have you seen that? Why? What is?
Adam and I just want to point out that Adam and I were raised in very different cultures. So anytime Adam and I go out and do stuff, I'm like 2 feet away from strangling him because, and this is also what's going to lead into our next and last segment with me and Adam. I'm always 2 feet of strangling him because I can't believe he's never done the things that I've done. I mean, yeah, we were born raised separately, but like, how do you live in this town and you do these kinds of things to me? Which is okay. You know what? I need to refresh because this next part isn't even a clip or anything. I need to go to the bathroom because I'm just drowning right now. But this next part is the last thing that I want to explain. What's been going? What? The last best segment with me and Adam. All right, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Okay, don't go anywhere. Oh yeah, kind of, man. Okay. Anyways, where am I? Okay, so I need to compile a couple resources, but this next part, and I've been waiting a long time to tell this story. Let me just. Okay. So, the last segment I want to have with Adam and I need to, is a story about something that happened over the summer. When I took him to the local trade show here called the CCAG show, there was a little incident that happened, and this is something that I don't think either of us are ever going to forget. But the story of this goes back a little bit longer. So let me try to explain this. When I was about 11 or so, I went to one of the local used game shops around here called the Video Game Connection. And as one of the display pieces they had, we can even start opening up some things. Is one of the display pieces they had. They had this really pimped out Nintendo, or Pimptendo as they called it, up for as one of their display cases. So I saw this like 10 years ago, and I mean, just look at this thing. It's decked out and everything. There's fuzzy here. There's literally like jewel embezzled, like those fake jewel things on the controllers, and there's like a little like feather hat. Yeah, this is the Pimptendo, the famous Pimptendo that's been roaming around here in Cleveland for like 10 years. Okay, so I see this as a kid, and I'm like, wow, that's so cool. How much is that? And the guy who's running the store, and he's still the same owner, by the way, for like the last 30 years. The guy who's running the store says, you know what, it's not for sale. It's just a decoration piece. And I don't even think that it worked. So you know what? That was the coolest thing that I ever saw in there as a kid, and I always wanted it, but I could just never get my hands on it. And you know what? One day when I went back in there, it was just gone for some reason. So it was kind of a fabled legend, just personally for me, for the longest time. This was in, I want to say, like 2011 or whatever. So 10 years ago. 10 years pass, and what do I know? I'm taking Adam to the trade show, and the trade show is run by that guy that I just mentioned who runs the store, and he's been doing this for the last 20 something years. Next thing I know, so this is Adam's first time going to this trade show, and this is my, I want to say like 10th time. So I've been going to this like almost every year since 2011, save for a few years. Every year they raffle off a lot of stuff. So like they give big prizes, they give, you know, kind of corporate sponsorship stuff. So I actually got this cool bag from Hyperkin, the you know, the Hyperkin guys. You guys can see this. So I keep a lot of cords and stuff in here, but this is a Hyperkin bag. So yeah, that's stuff that I've accumulated from this trade show over the years. It's just kind of like swag and goodies and giveaways. What happened this past summer in 2021 is at the trade show, they were actually giving this away. Let's see. So like this is all the stuff that they could give away, and there it is. You know, this is all the stuff that they're giving away. Battletoads, PlayStation 2. So you know, they're doing giveaway stuff. And this catches my eye, the famous Pimptendo. And I'm like, yeah. So you know what? I'm like, holy shit, that's going to be there. I remember this exact Pimptendo at that store 10 years ago. So you know what? Being the gentleman that I am, I invite Adam to go, and we end up going to the trade show and having a good time. In fact, this is even on the website, the CCAG show site. So like, there's all these pictures of people walking around and doing stuff and whatnot. Where is it? Yeah, so there's me and there's Adam, and we're just walking around and doing some stuff. There's the Pimptendo up for auction. Still looks like it's aged pretty well over the last 10 years. I want to assume that's basically the same one, save for a couple of things. So anyways, there it is, up for auction. And what it is one of those Chinese raffle auctions where you put in a ticket in the bag and then like they raffle it off at the end of the trade show. So we had to wait literally all day to see what would happen with this. So, you know, the winners had to be present and everything. So I put my ticket in the bag because I want to try to win this thing. Adam, I guess, I don't know if I remember telling him to put it in there or if he did it on his own. He wanted to win it too. So you know what? He puts his in the bag. Try to remember all these details. So I guess we're both going up for this. And then what happens next? So yeah, later on in the show, they're raffling off some stuff. So a lot of stuff got raffled off. And by the way, that is an Xbox Series X that they raffled off. And that guy here ended up winning it. That guy was like next to us when they were raffling stuff off today, that whole day. By the way, yes, that is a Waluigi guy. They did have a tournament for like Mario Kart, like who got the best fastest time, and a bunch of other retro games. And what do you know, Waluigi wins. But anyways, so this guy wins the Xbox Series S, and he's screaming from the top of his lungs that, oh my god, I just won this thing. And this was again donated by the guys who are running the show. That's the guy. That's the guy who runs the show, and he runs the video game store where that Pimptendo was some 10 years ago. So Adam and my ticket are in this bag. All right. So after they give away the Xbox Series X, they ask for a volunteer to, you know, kind of help pick who's going to be the next person to win the ticket, or who picks the tickets or whatever. So you know what? Me being the gentleman that I am, I don't volunteer. Rather, I volunteer Adam. So Adam ends up going up to pick the tickets for the raffle. In fact, I think I even still have, might still be in my wallet somewhere. Yeah, one of them. One of my tickets from that raffle is right here. So you know what? I volunteer Adam, and Adam goes and raffles out for tickets. So there's a little number on the bottom of this ticket. I'm gonna read off the last 4 digits as they did. 7, as my ticket says. 5, as my ticket says. 0, as my ticket says. And what happens next might be the biggest friendship destroyer I've ever seen happen to anybody. 7509. I don't know if you could see it, but there is an 8 at the end of there. By one number, I lost. But that's not where the story ends. Adam, as you might have remembered, is the one picking the tickets. Adam also put his ticket in this bag. The number that they called 7509. Who do you think that ticket belongs to? Motherfucker pulled his own ticket and won the damn thing. That little slimy son of a bitch. And he's here. I know you're here, Adam. I know you're guilty as shit. Motherfucker picked his own ticket, off by 1 from me. And you know what? I have the strongest feeling, and I want to say that this is my best judgment. He knew exactly which ticket he was pulling. Like, I guess the judgment was a way that, like, he couldn't see which ticket he was pulling, or, like, he had to, like, look away or something. But I had a feeling that he was feeling his ticket the entire day, and when he picked it, he knew exactly which ticket he pulled. So that motherfucker, not only, so what happened there was that when they called the number and I was off by 1, I screamed, no, my God, I can't believe I lost. So Adam checks his ticket like 5 seconds later and he wins. And the bastard pulled his own ticket. Do you know how infuriating, do you know how cherry red my fucking face was after that? He rigged it. I'm 150% confident that he rigged the fucking election and he stole it. He stole it and embarrassed me in front of hundreds of people there. Like, let's go back a couple of pictures. Yeah, like all these people here were crowded around this table and I was right next to him. I was with him the entire day. And I could see him with the ticket in his hand as he's pulling it, and I'm literally right there next to him, and he fucking steals it. I could not believe it. I was flabbergasted. I was infuriated at him, and I can't believe he did that to me. Let's also back up the facts. Again, this is the Pimtendo that I saw 10 years ago. That I wanted for myself, and it just so happens to be here, and I just so happen to invite Adam to this, and my dumb luck that I volunteer Adam to go pick the ticket, so you know what, blame it on me that I pick Adam to go pick the ticket, but I didn't know, what if it was you? If it was me, I probably would have won that, and we would have walked off scot-free, but you know what? Just go fucking figure that Adam walks into my life after 10 years and he fucking steals this thing from me. I cannot believe him. I had to sit in the car and like this is after this we just went in the parking lot and we got in the car. I didn't start the car for like 5 minutes because I was just staring out the window like going, I can't believe this fucking little shit did this to me. My face was so fucking red trying to drive home. Like, we were 20 minutes from his house, and that's where it stays now. That's where the Pimptendo is. It's on his bookshelf next to his Pokemon collection to this day. And you know what else? We couldn't even figure out if the thing worked because it literally just came with the console and the controller. It didn't come with any cables or games or whatever. So it's just sitting on his shelf, and we're still trying to figure out what to do with the thing. But the entire car ride home, I'm driving with one hand, and I'm basically strangling his neck with the other in furious rage. Like we almost didn't even make it home. I was just as pissed off at them then as I was now. But like, there's the guy winning that, and literally see, there it is. There's the ticket in his hand. I can't make the story up if I tried. I cannot believe he fucking did that. Oh my god. And we're still trying to figure out if this damn thing even works. If it doesn't work, then I don't know what we're gonna do with it. But the fact is, like, I can't believe all the stars lined up that I've known about this thing for 10 years, and then Adam comes into my life and fucking puts on this tirade in front of hundreds. We've been through a lot, Adam. We've been through a lot. But like, this is almost where I wanted to draw the fucking line in the sand, because I can't believe he did that to me. You know what? I'm gonna call him out on that one day. I'm gonna call him out, and he's gonna be guilty as charged, because the only other guy who, and we've been back to his store since, but the only other guy who was a clear eyewitness to that, who knows exactly what happened, is the store owner right here. And the store is like literally like a half hour from me. So one of these days, we're probably just gonna bring this thing back into the store and try to explain the situation to him. Like, I want to say this thing is cursed. I want to say this thing is just a cursed item. But god damn, if there was any other way that could have happened. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe it. So yeah, that's how far Adam and my friendship goes with him. He's a great kid and all, but goddamn, if he does this again, I'm gonna tie him to the train tracks that are 5 feet from my house. Oh my god. Okay. Good. Okay, so honestly, there were a lot more things that I wanted to explain, but you know what? I think that's. Is there anything else that I want to show for tonight? Nah, I think so. Well, you know what? I wanted this to be a shorter stream than usual, so we're kind of have to go into an Endslate here. I just want to say, yeah, very wild story. I just want to say for the last time, and before I break into tears again, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for still being here after not only this last month, but these last 2 years. These last 2 years have definitely meant a lot to me, and I've made some of the best friends online that I could have possibly imagined. There's been a lot. There's been a lot in my life that you guys have seen and now know that has been struggling, but I'm glad to see myself mature, and you know, hopefully I'm gonna get to this one day. I mean, the least that I want to see what happen with myself is at least be happy with my life, because if I'm not happy, or if I'm not having fun doing the things that I love, then I'm not doing it the right way. That's kind of been my motto for the last couple of years, if anybody remembers. So to Cerulean, MRZ, anybody, Kyle, Adam, just anybody who's been here for me the last 2+ years. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. It's gonna be a tough year, especially financial wise, but once we get this thing up and running, I think this is gonna be our ticket back to some good memories here. Again, I wanted to start the season off earlier than I expected, but you know what? I just kept getting fucked over with life, and you know what? That's life, as they say. You know, it happens, and it happens to the best of us and the worst of us too. So, all right, we'll all calm down. We're all friends here. I don't know when I'll be back for streaming. I gotta be honest, my social anxiety is still kind of killing me, especially because being back at home or being kind of or being back at home and only living with my mom now. I'm 5 feet away from my mom at all times. So the last couple of streams that I did do, like as I was trying to do them, my mom was trying to sleep literally next door over. So yeah, causing a lot of social anxiety, and thank God that my mom's not here, so I have the weekend to do this. Yeah, life happens, and we all got to get through it. Thank you, Sir Leon. So I don't feel like hosting anybody. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. All right. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I think I'm just gonna take it easy for the night. If you guys have anything you want to see from me, or if you guys want to say anything else, you know where to find me on my Discord. All right, let's get out of here. Take care, guys. Good night.